Welcome back, everyone. This is part two in a multi-part series on how to make coin rings out of change. Today we are going to be starting to form the ring, and we're going to start bending the ring inside out, essentially to form it into a ring. And don't forget, we are going to be giving away 3 rings. They are 3 rings made from either state quarters or state park quarters. You get to choose the state if you win. And so let's get started. So first, again, we are going to anneal our coin, get it hot, and then make it so it's more pliable to work with. So of course we quench it in water afterwards, and even though it does cool it down, it is going to still be pliable. Now, in the previous video we showed different ways to make the coins on different price levels. So this one here, we're going to start off with the cheapest way to make the ring, to start bending it, and that is with a mandrel. You can get this on Amazon, about $15. I will provide a link in the description, and then you are going to be using some hammers. You can use either a rubber mallet or a nylon hammer, which you can get on Amazon or Harbor Freight. So then we are going to place the coin over the top of the mandrel, and then you're going to hold it, and then you just have to start beating around the side until it starts to bend. So as you can tell, it's starting to bend. Looks pretty crappy right now, but you are still going to continue to pound this down, and as you pound, it's going to turn from flat into circular like an actual ring, and then as you pound also, the size is going to get bigger. Now, as you can see, it's starting to take more of a cone shape here. And so the thing is, as you bend the metal, even though it was soft and pliable, as you bend it, it gets harder. It gets work hardened. And so about every 2 sizes, or about every size, depending on the thickness of your coin, you're going to have to reheat and anneal your coin. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then continue pounding, and we'll be back. Now, as you start moving down the mandrel, you want to take note of what size you are and what size is on the mandrel. Hopefully you can see that size there. But if you're getting too close, to the size that you are going to be, you want to take it and flip it around so it's sitting like this on your mandrel. That way, when you hit this edge closer to the mandrel, it's not going to want to go down the mandrel, it's going to want to go back up the mandrel. So it does slow down the stretching of the size of the ring until you can get it closer to the mandrel and turned flat, more like a ring. So I've been beating on this a while. In case you're wondering, it does take a while, and I'm not doing it real time because it does take so long and I don't want to have a really long video. But as you can see, it's starting to take more of the shape of the ring. It's starting to go from flat, and it's making a cone now, and so you can see it's almost like a ring. And now what we still need to do, it does look all wobbly, so what we still need to do is we need to keep pounding on this until all of these edges right here are smashed flat to the mandrel. And then we're going to have close to the finished product of this ring here. Okay, now as you can see, we have pounded it quite close to the mandrel, and we still got a little ways to go. You can still see a little bit of gap in there. We're still going to want to pound it down a little bit more. Now, if you can see here on the size, I'm going to try to zoom in here. I am an 11 on my middle finger, and so we're getting close to the size, so we want to be careful not to stretch it too far as we pound that flat to the mandrel. Okay, we're back, and I have pounded this down to the mandrel, and this is about as close to that mandrel as we're going to get with still remaining my size. So if you look here, the top of the ring is right on size 11, and that is what I wear. And so we'll go ahead and take this off. Now, when you make the ring on a mandrel, this is about as good as you're going to get. And as you can see, it's not completely straight. It's not like this. You still have a little bit of a cone because your mandrel is tapered. And if you're doing it the cheaper way like this is going to be minus polishing and a little bit of filing to make it smoother to wear. This is going to be about your finished product as far as quality goes. And so now I'm going to change the camera setup, and I'm going to show you how we're going to do this with a few more expensive tools. So this here is a 1-ton arbor press. I did pick it up at Harbor Freight for about $50. It does vary in price depending on the sales they're having. I'm going to go ahead and leave a link in the description for you, but this is the press that we're going to be using, and Then we have these dies. They're custom made. They are made and by my friend Jason at jasonworks.etsy.com. He has these made. You can buy them on his website. This one cost about $60 with shipping. I'll go ahead and leave a link to that website as well. And I'm going to set up and show you how we can bend these coin rings a lot easier. Alright, we are back and we're set up with the press here. So we already have our coin annealed and we are ready to start bending it. So we have our die, and then we're just going to shoot a little bit of white lithium grease in here. Helps it slide a little bit better as we are bending the coin. And then of course when you're bending the coin, if you want the face of the coin on the outside of the ring, you're going to want to put that down. And then, or if you want the tail of the coin on the outside, you're going to want to put that down. We're going to have the head on the outside. So we're going to set this in here. And now what we're going to do is we have these here. This is a Delrin resin ball bearing, and you can get these on jasonsworks.etsy.com as well. And what we're going to do is we're going to set this in the center of our ring here, and that helps us form it a lot easier. And so as I was pounding that ring on the mandrel in order to get this finished product, we had to pound for about 15 minutes and heating in between each size to 2 sizes. You have to re-anneal the coin. But now I'm going to show you with these tools here, we can get that same product in just a few seconds. So we're going to come down, make sure this is aligned, and we're just going to pull down gently. Now as you go, you see it might slip down on one side and it's lower on that side and higher on the other, so you just have to adjust your coin again so it stays in the center. And then start again. So we're just going to continue to press down slowly till we get to as small as this die can make it. So here, just a few seconds, is what we have so far. It's not bent as far as the one on our mandrel, but we do have a fairly decent start to this, and we've just gone a few seconds now. That was the big half of our die here. Now the other side is tapered to be a little bit smaller. So what we're going to do now is set up with that smaller side and then continue pressing. Now we do have to re-anneal our coin, so I'm going to stop and do that, and I will be back. So we're set up with our coin again in the smaller side. We're going to drop our ball bearing in here, and we're going to start pulling down. Of course, if it slides, just adjust it. So push that down, and then once you get to the point where the larger ball isn't pushing down inside this anymore, you want to go ahead and switch to the next size smaller so it can get further down in and the coin will wrap around that ball. So as you can see here, this is the product of just a few seconds with the press and the die and the balls, whereas that took us about 20 minutes of pounding. So yes, they are still cone shaped, but in our next video we are going to show you how to go ahead and fix that. So that is the end of the second video in the series for how to make a coin ring. And don't forget that we are having the giveaway. We are going to be giving away 3 different coin rings. There's the State Quarter or State Park coin rings, and we are going to give those away at the end of the series. And all you need to do to go ahead and get entered into that is like my YouTube channel, and you can get additional entries by liking my Facebook and my Etsy shop. They are going to be, the links are going to be in the descriptions. So thank you again for watching, and if you did like it, please subscribe, and have a great day.